make your mind tonight. Pulling your hair, baby. I feel you breathing on me, on you. You know that I'm a selfish lover. When it's mine, I want it. One track mind for it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you my top lingerie and boudoir tips, so stay tuned for that. Before we get into this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell button to not miss any of my future uploads, and let's get right into the video. So we're shooting with the palm trees behind us. They're casting a really nice shadow. The light is directly behind us, so we're going backlit. It's very bright, so we are easily getting the right exposure regardless of shooting backlit. And yeah, it looks really nice. I think the biggest thing when shooting swimwear or lingerie is to find a model that feels comfortable with herself and with the outfits she's wearing. Whenever I do swimwear or lingerie, a lot of the time the girls bring their own stuff, and you know, the reason for that is because they feel comfortable in the lingerie that they have, and it definitely helps rather than you bringing a bunch of stuff on the day and then it turns out that it's not fitted enough, or you know, it just doesn't feel right on the girl, because it's going to show in the photos for sure. Whenever I shoot lingerie, I always try and spice it up a tiny bit. For example, in this particular case, I knew that my model was going to be wearing this blue set, so I thought that matching the backdrop to the set would look really nice and would create a more consistent visual story. Because I was working with a very limited, you know, situation, I was shooting on my balcony, so I didn't have that much to work with, but I still wanted to make it fun. So what I did is I put some nice plants behind the backdrop, and that made it a bit more interesting as well, because the plants were casting a nice shadow going through. It just created a very nice light look to the image, and it created a more visually consistent story as well. The photos in today's video were edited using my light medium preset pack. As you guys see, these are the colors that you get. I think I like number 5 the most. I think it fits the photo, so we're just going to adjust it ever so slightly. We're going to add some exposure, and then we're going to go down to the color curve, and we're going to desaturate the skin a tiny bit and just add a bit more luminance, just make it a bit darker, but not too much. And this is it. This is the before and after. If you'd like to check it out, make sure to go to my website, anitasadowska.eu, and you can get yours there. It's nice. Yeah. Lovely. Another thing that is super important when I do boudoir or lingerie or swimwear is to give my models clear feedback about what I like and what I don't like. And it seems super simple, but I think a lot of people just think that a model will just look good regardless of how you pose her. And this is a big misunderstanding, because a lot of the girls, you know, they don't really know what they look like on photos, on your camera. They don't know your angles. They don't know how you are, you know, capturing them. So a lot of the time they will, you know, look a certain way on photos and they might not necessarily be happy. But if you give them a clear feedback of what you like and what you don't like, it definitely makes it easier. If you direct them, if you're very clear about how you want their limbs to be, how you want their body to look, it is going to make it much more easier for yourself and for her as well.
Outside the club, we come alive, let's go for a ride. I wanna get to know you. I don't wanna leave so soon. You and me.
Gorgeous. Whenever I shoot lingerie, the main thing for me is to make my girls look sexy and effortless. I don't want it to be super vulgar. I don't really shoot these kind of images. I definitely want to aim for that more romantic, soft look in my work because I think it just works better for what I want. So whenever I pose my models, I always try and get these soft curves and just really nice shapes in the body because I just think it just looks super nice. I always love my models to have like very dreamy look on their face and so on. Sometimes eyes closed because it also helps with achieving that kind of look. One thing that I get asked a lot is about posing plus size models, and I find whenever I shoot with size 0 girls or size 8 girls or size 16 girls, there is really no difference in terms of posing. There are certain poses that just work better than others in terms of posing in general, but other than that, it's all about the model's confidence and how she carries herself on set and how you make her feel as well. So I think for me, the most important thing is to always give my models feedback to make them feel like they look great, they look amazing, they look super sexy, because that's really going to show on photos. If your model is very unsure of herself, if she's very awkward and uncomfortable, it's going to be much harder for you to get the images you want and get the look you want, because it's going to show, you know, her just not being comfortable with herself. So I find whenever I do my shoots, I pose my girls exactly the same way regardless of size, because they all look beautiful in these poses that I know work. I always let them know if I love a pose that they are doing. I always tell them to move freely around the set because I don't want them to feel super constrained or restricted by the poses. I want them to feel sexy and sensual and just natural, because that's what it's all about. Gorgeous. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's lovely. What if we get you like one kind of like sitting down on your thighs just like this? Lovely. Beautiful, yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. Gorgeous. Yeah. Nice. Mm-hmm. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video and the photos. Let me know which ones you like the most. Make sure to check out my team. They will be linked down below, as well as anything that I mentioned in the video. And if you did like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. You're a little bit crazy. It's been days, but you never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer.